provided me a lot of grace, but always was there to be a shoulder to lean on and to really help me. I feel like I can continue to show up and be the same person that I am.
Was promoting the crap out of this event. And they also did something really smart by pairing her up with their currently #1 golfer in the world.
The LPGA pulled off a genius marketing move by featuring Caitlin Clark, a basketball star who's never played professional golf, as the main attraction at their event. Fans were desperate for TV coverage just to watch her play. Meanwhile, the WNBA, where Clark actually plays, stayed completely silent about it. It's almost like they forgot they have a superstar right under their nose. Think about this: a basketball player stepped onto a golf course and brought huge crowds with her. Thousands of people showed up to watch Clark swing a club, turning a regular LPGA event into a must-see spectacle. It's a big moment for women's sports and shows just how much star power Clark has. Before we continue, if you enjoy this content, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. It's free and helps us a lot. Thanks so much. Now, let's dive deeper into what this means for women's sports.
Seen and heard of positive things. I didn't hear one thing about how her fans are toxic. My expectations, for one, and exceeded a lot of people's expectations of what she could actually do during her rookie season.
Fans were practically begging for TV coverage to catch every moment of Caitlin Clark's golf debut, even though she's not a pro. Here's the surprising part: this tournament wasn't even supposed to be televised at first. But Clark's involvement changed everything. The LPGA saw an opportunity and went all in, pairing Clark with their top player, Nelly Korda. It was a brilliant move, like combining two favorite ingredients to create something even better. A basketball star and a golf champion playing together? That's pure entertainment, and it paid off. The media exploded. Suddenly, this LPGA event was getting covered by sports networks, news outlets, and social media. Everyone wanted to see what was happening. Clark didn't just attract big crowds, she brought in new viewers to women's golf. People who had never watched the LPGA before were now tuning in, all because of Caitlin Clark. The LPGA took a chance on a basketball player, and it turned into a massive success. But here's where things get interesting. While the LPGA enjoyed the spotlight, another major sports league, the WNBA, was oddly quiet. You'd think they'd be celebrating their own star player, right? But there wasn't a single tweet, Instagram post, or shout-out from the league. Radio silence. The WNBA is usually great at promoting its stars with highlights, achievements, and behind-the-scenes content. But when Clark picked up that golf club, it was like she disappeared from their radar. Fans noticed the silence, and they weren't happy about it.
NBA posted nothing. Zero. Posted zero about Caitlin Clark golfing in this Pro-Am event.
It ain't hype. They can legitimately play. It ain't like people trying to hype.
Fans took to social media, calling out the WNBA for dropping the ball. People were confused. Why wasn't Clark's own league celebrating her success? One fan even said, "The LPGA treated Caitlin like the superstar she is, while the WNBA acted like her success didn't matter." Ouch. So, why the silence? Some believe the WNBA might be afraid of making Clark too big of a deal. Maybe they're worried about upsetting other players or stirring up drama in the league. It feels like they're stuck in an old mindset where no single player can shine too brightly. But here's the thing. This isn't the first time the WNBA has been criticized for not promoting Clark enough. Even during her rookie season, fans were frustrated, saying the league didn't do enough to showcase her record-breaking performances. It's like the WNBA doesn't realize the goldmine they're sitting on. By ignoring Clark's moment on the golf course, the WNBA could be missing a huge opportunity to bring more attention to their league. Fans are starting to wonder if the WNBA needs to rethink how they market their stars. Meanwhile, back at the Pelican Golf Club, things were heating up. Caitlin Clark arrived just 18 minutes before tee time, and the place went absolutely nuts. It was like she flipped a switch, turning a calm golf course into something that felt more like a rock concert. Imagine this. Fans were showing up at 6:30 in the morning, crazy early, to catch every second of Clark's warm-up. But they weren't there for the usual golf stars. They were there for her. It was wild to see how Clark brought this electric
LPGA just did everything that the WNBA should have been doing this season. They did it all correct in literally one day, giving Caitlin Clark too much praise. They didn't want to give her too much praise. They didn't want to prop her up too much and forget about everyone else who came before.
Let's talk about Caitlin Clark's style. She didn't just show up to play, she showed up to make a statement. Those flashy gold-soled Nike golf shoes had everyone turning heads. It was like she brought a little basketball swagger to the golf world, and people loved it. But here's what really stood out. Clark wasn't just there to play golf, she was there to connect. She signed autographs, chatted with fans, and made time for everyone. Even Annika Sorenstam, the tournament host and golf legend, praised Clark, calling her down-to-earth and thanking her for being part of the event. In just one day, Clark managed to win over the entire golf world. Her impact was so big, it even changed TV schedules. This event wasn't supposed to be televised at all, but Clark's star power forced a change. Suddenly, everyone wanted to watch, and viewership for the Pro-Am broadcast jumped. Here's the best part. Clark didn't just show up and play, she made a massive impact. Social media lit up, more people tuned in, and suddenly everyone was talking about this basketball star on a golf course. After her round, Clark was all gratitude, thanking Gainbridge for hosting her and showing support for women's sports. But wait, this story gets even bigger. What Clark did next is about to change everything we thought we knew about women's sports. Remember when people said women's sports could never draw big crowds? Caitlin Clark just shattered that myth. Her basketball games are breaking viewership records left and right. And here's the real shocker. The Clark effect isn't just limited to basketball. She's become this incredible bridge between different sports. Think about it. Clark got basketball fans to tune in and watch golf. That's huge. She's got this magic touch that makes people care about women's sports they never paid attention to before.
Props that she deserves for bringing all these eyeballs and, the Caitlin Clark effect that we talk about, viewership, money, all of those things.
Obviously, we see her shooting, we see her passing, we see all that stuff on the floor, but a lot of that comes from a lot of hard work. She's in the gym almost all the time working on her game.
Years, women's sports struggled to get attention. TV networks weren't interested in showing their games, and sponsors didn't want to invest. It was a tough road. But now, things are changing fast, and Caitlin Clark is right at the center of it all. Let's talk numbers. Clark's game against Chicago peaked at 2.3 million viewers. That's incredible! And it's not just one game. The WNBA broke 18 network records this season. That's like setting a new record every other week. But it doesn't stop there. The boost in attention isn't limited to basketball. The entire world of women's sports is feeling it. Other leagues are paying attention, looking for their own superstars and big moments to capture fans' interest. Here's what's really exciting. Experts say this isn't just a passing trend. They believe it's the beginning of something huge. All the pieces are coming together. Better TV coverage, social media buzz, and stars like Clark, who people love to watch. So, what does the future look like? Imagine turning on your TV and seeing women's sports everywhere. Not just basketball, but soccer, tennis, golf, and more, stadiums packed with fans cheering for their favorite female athletes. That's where we're headed. For us fans, it's an amazing time. We'll see more incredible athletes, more exciting games, and maybe even discover new sports we never paid attention to before. The whole world of sports feels like it's opening up, and it all started with one basketball player picking up a golf club. How crazy is that? Caitlin Clark isn't just changing basketball. She's rewriting the playbook for all women's sports. A basketball star showed up at a golf tournament, and suddenly everyone was watching. That's the Clark effect, and it's spreading fast. This isn't just about one superstar or one sport. It's about breaking down walls and attracting new fans from everywhere. Clark has this magic touch that gets people excited about women's sports they never noticed before. So here's the deal. Next time you see a women's sports event, give it a shot. You might catch the next big star who's about to change everything, just like Clark did. Women's sports are on fire right now, and you don't want to miss out on the action.